Right, hello there. Welcome back to my kitchen, or welcome to my kitchen if you're new to this channel. I'm Lexi, I'm the Winter Child Witch. Here on YouTube, I'm the Winter Child's Kitchen. On Instagram, I am the Winter Child Witch. And I am now finally doing the video I wanted to do for Imbolc, which is 2 months ago, because there were no lemons. Check that out. You're gonna get a little bit of a weird one today. It's gonna be a voiceover for the first time in ever. Do bear with. This is a bit of a weird, strange new world at the moment. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this, again, relatively weird phone footage, because the camera, no. Saving up for an actual camera though, because if I want to take this stuff seriously, I need a decent camera, don't I? Cool. Right. Hope you enjoy the lemon and poppy seed muffins, which you could also, I guess, adapt for Beltane, however you want to pronounce it. If you add some cream cheese frosting, for example. So, yeah, enjoy. Okay, good people of the internet, here comes the very weird, because post-recorded voiceover. Ingredients are starting with 1 cup of gluten-free flour, 1 cup of gluten-free oats, 1 cup of ground almonds, 2 tablespoons of poppy seeds, zest of 1 grated zest of 1 lemon, 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1 grated pear or apple, a quarter cup of honey, and 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Can be any vegetable oil, just nothing strong tasting. Can substitute the honey for syrup, and 3 large free-range eggs. Now I vitally forget to add a 1/2 cup of milk. Now this doesn't make too terribly much of a difference. It just ends up being rather a bit drier. I'm only realizing this now that I'm doing the recording. It just ends up a little bit more dry than I would have wanted it, but yeah, these things happen. Right, you crack your eggs into a large bowl. I like to whisk mine quite a bit before I do anything else, because that kind of helps with a rise in the muffins as well a little bit. I also, I forgot to add that I have like a tiny pinch of sugar, of salt in the dry ingredients as well, just to kind of like lift the not very sweetness of these little muffins as well. Yeah, beat the living daylights out of those eggs for a while. Yeah, the pear can be substituted with an apple. You might be able, add in the sugar at that point. Just like cream that together a bit. You could substitute a pear or an apple. You might even be able to do courgette if you grate it really finely. I haven't tried that. Adding in your oil and syrup. Like I said, you can. I've got syrup in this case. You can use honey. You can use maple syrup. I have golden syrup. You could use agave syrup if you want to do that. Also apologize, I don't really have like a vegan alternative for this, because I haven't been able to try around with that. And lemons are surprisingly scarce at the moment, because people seem to be thinking that there will be no more lemons because of various things that should not be named. Mix that in like nice and thoroughly. Yeah, this is weird. Like doing something, voicing over is really hard. I need to start scripting myself. Ooh, there was a little bit of gunk in there. I think that might have been a pip from the pear or something. Whisk that in nicely, and when you grate it, don't grate it like roughly. You want to use like the finest grate. I think you might be able to use like something like apple sauce. Even that might be a good thing if it's not sort of like overly spiced with anything. I know some countries have like cinnamon and stuff in their applesauce. Right, I like to sort of like mix the dry ingredients together a bit before I add them to the wet ingredients. I always find that gives a more homogeneous mixture in your final product. It's easier to do, like, especially when you've got like small quantities like the xanthan gum and the baking powder, to sort of like distribute that more evenly throughout your final mix. That does help. Yeah, poppy seeds and lemons. These are originally that I had to do them for Imbolc because the seeds of new life, and lemon seems to be something, for reasons that are a little bit obscure to me, but that is associated with Imbolc. You can also, like I said, twist these and do them for something like Beltane or Ostara, although that's also passed by now. I'm really slow with this one. I need to find a routine. Right, you mix in the dry ingredients with the wet that you've pre-mixed, and you like cut them in properly. Like, don't over mix it, but don't have any like lumps in it left. You don't want any lumps. Lumps are not good. Also, no like dry flour left, because that'll just go nasty on you and yeah, not be nice. So you mix all that in nicely. I like to like the technique I'm using is sort of scrape and smoosh kind of thing. Scrape and smoosh, scrape and smoosh, scrape and scrape and scrape and smoosh. Sorry, I'm a little bit nervous, if you can tell. Voicing over isn't something I'm terribly comfortable with, but you have to start somewhere. Alright, now I have my muffin tin or muffin pan lined. I've only got a 6er muffin tin, so I'm using those weird little silicone-y things that my mum gave me a couple years ago. Feel free to comment below. I am not a terrible fan of those silicone ones. I know they're better because you're like reusable and stuff, but I'm not a terrible fan of them because I kind of feel like they just hold the moisture, like the condensation from when the baked goods dry, when the baked goods cool, and makes it a little bit like icky, but that might just be me. Yeah, so go ahead and fill your muffin tins, muffin liners. These are 12, and then you bake them at 180 degrees centigrade for 15 minutes, and they come out like this. Gorgeously golden brown. Don't leave them in the oven for longer because they will dry. So you can do all sorts of nice things with them. You can glaze them, you can frost them, you can leave them as is, and you can adapt them for whatever festivity you need, for Ostara, for Imbolc, for Beltane. You can also like tweak the recipe and leave out the lemon and poppy seed and other stuff. Go mad. So yeah, lemon and poppy seed muffins. You could add a lemon juice and powdered sugar glaze. You could, what I did with these ones was I took some lemon juice and put a little bit of sugar in it and just kind of like soaked them with the lemon juice. Because these are gluten-free and because these are a mix of the gluten-free flour and the almond flour and oats, you will have to keep an eye on them while they bake. Give like 15 minutes max, because otherwise they will be dry, which is what happened with these. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Feel free to tag me on Instagram at @thewinterchildwitch if you do make these. Otherwise, yeah, see you soon. Take care.